I tried drying every flower in my farm. Zinnias, they shriveled. Dahlias, they turned brown. I wasted 2 seasons trying to make flowers dry that were never meant to be dried. Hundreds of stems hung up, waited weeks, and ended up throwing them away. Then I found the one flower that does it perfectly, holds its color for months, and is so easy to dry it almost does it for you. There are 4 things you need to know: why most flowers fail at drying, which flowers actually work, the exact harvest window that makes or breaks it, and how to dry and store them so the color lasts. Welcome back to the farm. Here's what nobody tells you about drying flowers. Most of them don't dry well. It's not your technique, it's not your setup, it's the flower itself. The secret isn't a better drying method, it's choosing the right flower to begin with. And the best one I've ever grown for drying is Gomphrena, also known as globe amaranth. One plant produces dozens of blooms all season long. The dried flowers hold their color for months, sometimes over a year, and you can sell them at markets, use them in arrangements, or give them as gifts when nothing else is in bloom, all from the flower most people have never heard of. My first year, I hung up everything: zinnias, dahlias, lisianthus, sunflowers. I thought drying flowers was just hanging them upside down and waiting. Most of them shriveled into something I'd never put into an arrangement. The colors faded, the petals curled, and the whole thing looked like something you'd find in the back of a forgotten closet. Here's what's actually happening. Most garden flowers have a high water content in their petals. When they dry, that water evaporates and the cell wall collapses. That's the shriveling. The color compounds break down as the moisture leaves and the petals are exposed to light and air. That's the browning. You're not drying them wrong. The flower was never built to hold its structure without water. The flowers that dry well are the ones that are already partially dry on the plant, naturally papery, and have a low moisture content. Their cell walls will hold their shape without water. That's the difference between a flower that dries and a flower that dies. And the one I'm about to show you does it better than anything else I've ever grown. I didn't discover Gomphrena until my second season. I wish I had found it my first. It changed everything about our dried flower program on the farm. Gomphrena, also called globe amaranth, produces tight, round, globe-shaped blooms that feel papery even when they're alive. That's the clue. The petals are naturally low moisture. When you hang them to dry, they structurally barely change. The shape holds, and the color, this is the part that sold me, the color holds for months. Vibrant pinks, purples, whites, reds. 6 months after drying, they still look like they were cut yesterday. One plant produces dozens of blooms over the course of a season. It's a cut and come again flower. The more you cut, the more it produces. We grow rows of it specifically for drying, and it's one of the most productive plants on the farm, pound for pound. Gomphrena grows as an annual up to zone 8 and a tender perennial in zones 9 through 11. It loves heat and full sun. We're in zone 9B and it thrives here. Growing details are on the screen right now. If you were never grown Gomphrena, add it to your seed list next year. It's the easiest dried flower you'll ever produce. First year growing Gomphrena, I waited too long to harvest for drying. They looked perfect on the plant, round, tight, full color. I thought I had time. I didn't. By the time I cut them, half of them shattered the moment I hung them upside down. Petals went everywhere. It was useless. Here's the window, and it's tighter than you think. I call it the firmness test. Squeeze the head gently between your thumb and finger. If it's firm and tight, with full saturated color, that's the moment. Cut it now. If it's soft at the base or the color has started to fade even slightly, you're late. The petals have already started to loosen their grip from the head and will fall apart when you hang it. The visual cue: full color, tight globe, no softness anywhere on the head. If it bounces back when you squeeze it lightly, it's ready. If it gives, it's past its peak. If you wait even a few days too long, the heads shatter when you hang them. You lose the bloom, and the whole season of growing, it was wasted for that stem. I overcomplicated this for 2 years. I tried silica gel, even a dehydrator. None of it was necessary. The simplest method is the one that works the best. Cut the stems as long as possible. Long stems give you options for arrangements later. Cut them on a dry morning after the dew has burnt off. You don't want any surface moisture going into the drying process. Bundle 5 to 7 stems together with a rubber band, not string, not twine. A rubber band. As the stems dry, they shrink. String stays the same size, and the stems will slip out and fall. A rubber band contracts with the stems and holds them tight the whole time. I lost a whole batch on the floor before I figured that one out. Hang the bundles upside down in a dark, dry spot with decent airflow. A closet, a spare room. I use our barn. Your garage will work too. Dark matters. Light fades the color during drying. Airflow matters too. Stagnant air breeds mold. 2 weeks and they're done. For storage, keep them out of direct sunlight and away from moisture. A box, a paper bag, a dry shelf. They'll hold their color for 6 months to a year if you keep them dark and dry. After a year, the color starts to fade, but the shape holds indefinitely. One thing I haven't mentioned yet, Gomphrena isn't the only flower that dries well. Strawflower, statice, lavender, and celosia, just to name a few, all have the same naturally papery, low moisture structure that holds up. If you want a full dried flower program, grow some of those, but start with Gomphrena. It's the most forgiving, the most productive, and the one that will convince you that drying flowers is worth doing. Remember, most flowers weren't built to dry. High water content means they shrivel and brown. Gomphrena works because it's naturally papery and low moisture. Harvest when the head is full, firm, and the color is saturated. Use the firmness test. Cut on the dry morning. Bundle with rubber bands, not string. Hang upside down in a dark, dry spot for 2 weeks. Store away from light and moisture. Color holds for 6 months to a year. And if you've been hanging up every flower in your garden and wondering why they all look terrible, it wasn't you, it was the flower. Now you know which ones to grow. If you want to grow Gomphrena next year, put it on your seed list right now. The rare and specialty varieties sell out by October. If you missed our video on saving zinnia seeds, I'll pin it here. I make these videos so you stop guessing and start understanding why things work. If that's been helping you, hit subscribe. There's a lot more coming. And if you want more insight to the farm, hit the join button below. Drop a comment and tell me what flower you have tried to dry. I read every single one. Until next time, live life in full bloom.